Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another evening of Dota. We've got ourselves Lava versus Hokori. My name is Dktruman. I'm once again joined by the lovely Sparks. How are you feeling right now?
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm pretty excited about this upcoming best of two Lava versus Hokori. Yeah, just excited for some good Dota, the usual.
Well, definitely looking a bit forward towards it as well. There have been a couple of forfeits in the tournament. The match that is supposed to be played later, Lava versus Balrogs, is also a forfeit by the Balrog side. So there will only be one match today. Well, there will only be one match today. Just wanted to briefly mention that for the people watching. So no Lava versus Balrogs later. I don't think that the Balrogs are even capable of making it towards the playoffs. I'm quickly gonna have to check. I assume not, otherwise they probably wouldn't have forfeited.
I don't think they were. I think I looked into that a little bit yesterday as well in the games before.
It shows red on Wikipedia, so you know I trust Wikipedia to that degree.
Yeah.
Lava, however, not completely 100% guaranteed to make it towards the playoffs. The no ping, I guess on paper can still make it, but Lava looking very comfortable in a spot where they can actually play those playoffs. Of course, the top 4 teams will be playing in that section. That's going to be Infamous, Apu King of Kings, and then Hokori, Hokori or Lava or no ping. Those 3 teams are still left in the running, so all Tier 1 Division 1 teams in the South American region. Let's think. I think Noping did, however, drop to Division 2 in the current season. And we'll quickly go over the draft because, of course, you are watching the draft on your screens right now. We've got a Queen of Pain. Not surprising. Everyone plays that hero currently. Ogre Magi. If it's not the Jakiro skin, it is abysmal. And the Clockwork... Well, the Clockwork is not a hero we see too often, but it does lane very nicely with the TA.
Yeah, I see the Weaver ban as well, which is also kind of a standard, a classic. I've heard a few people say that Weaver is just really OP right now. Like, what do you think about that?
Oh no, Weaver is OP. That's just... There's, of course, you know, I did cast a couple of days game. Was that with you? With the Weaver that went for the BKB build?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Absolutely, it was.
If you go BKB... No, just if you go BKB, Daedalus build on Weaver, then it's garbage. However, if you do go for that Ags build to save a teammate, you get a Spirit Vessel Ags, the normal, the usual, the utility build, then Weaver is amazing because it's one of the only heroes that doesn't necessarily have to buy boots, and that makes it incredibly strong because, well, you can put all that money into an item immediately and get it a lot faster. Yeah,
like B.
Yeah.
And a Daedalus as a position 4.
No.
What do you mean no? The pro is doing it. That means it's correct. Come on, man.
Just because the pros are doing it doesn't mean that it's correct. There's a whole different side to everything.
Okay, you know what? That is fair enough, actually. I see them coming out on Lava with a Broodmother ban quite quickly, and then a Hokori a PL ban. What can we already say about either draft right now? Can we say anything about either draft?
Very likely a TA safe, Clockwork 5, Quap mid, Ogre 5. Very likely there are possibilities to shift it up a little bit, but Leosa loves his Quap. And on the Hokori side, same for Yuma. He's he just loves himself the safe lane TA, so that's not too surprising. If I'm not mistaken, no wait, I'm confused with another team. Never mind. I was thinking, was Soothed replaced? I can't remember exactly. Actually, I'll quickly ask the coach, who hopefully is still online.
Wait, wait, in one of these teams?
Oh, well, yeah, on the Hokori side, I don't know, because there's one name that doesn't have the Hokori brand in front of it, and I'm not really 100% sure. There was something about Soothes, I just can't remember what it exactly was.
Okay, well, we might find out later then. Might find out about that a little bit later. Yeah, you mentioned before Ogre Magi. If he doesn't have the Jakiro skin, that is sad. Big agree on that. I think that Jakiro onesie is one of the best skins that has come out recently. Actually, by far, to be honest.
Yep.
Absolutely beautiful fashion, great, cute. You know, we love to see that. And yeah, that's a very important part of Dota, of course. You know, the fashion is just part of the game as much as the gameplay is, because, you know, you got to get into your opponent's minds, and what better way to get into someone's mind than being absolutely fashionable.
Oh, it's just hilarious, and that's the one thing that I really love about it. The Phoenix pick, it is an interesting choice, of course. It is one of the only teams that still runs Phoenix. In general, I think MJZ plays it a lot as a 5, so it might actually be an Ogre 4, but that's also interchangeable in that regard. So I am saying, yeah, MJZ, I'm Kim. Whoever, I cannot deal with these name swaps. Oh well, regardless, normally they play Phoenix 5, Ogre Magi 4, Darkseer, good lane with the Clockwork, is actually very strong together with the Clockwork to deal with. It's not necessarily like 1, 2, 3, the greatest counter game. They don't have illusion-based heroes or any like a Wraith King on the side of Lava. So the big illusion heroes are not there yet, but it does make sure that you're probably going to have to be very careful in your safe laner of choice.
5 seconds left.
So like Clockwork, Darkseer is not to be messed with. Darkseer, definitely just a very, very annoying, very frustrating hero to lane against. A very fun hero to play, though. I really love to see Darkseer picks. I think he's a very versatile offlaner. And honestly, that One Punch Man punch that they introduced a few years back now, I think at this point, very good. Love the thematic of it, and I think it's he has an interesting kit.
That's an interesting hero in that regard. The only thing that I do find a little bit, normally Darkseer, like, the only reason it's solid in the laning stage is because he usually has an Earth Spirit, Clockwork, something that gets, like, in your face the entire time on their side. But, if most of the time, a lot of safe laners see a Darkseer on the enemy side pick and they think, oh, so I'm gonna get free farm the entire lane, which rightfully so, because they're just going to push the creeps in towards your tower. The only thing you need is something that does not die, and then you're A-okay.
Absolutely. Shadow Demon. Yeah, no, Shadow Demon, the great hero, good interrupt, everything going on. Kind of thinking what a potential last pick could be for Hokori here, because you're thinking that TA is going to go safe lane, right?
I'm thinking TA is very likely going safe lane. It's not completely set in stone because you can always swap it towards mid, but it would be, in my eyes, a bit weird to pick up a TA against a Quap in a mid lane matchup. Yeah, just in general that. Picking up a TA into a Quap in a mid matchup means you're just going to automatically lose the lane, and that's definitely not something that you want. Exactly for that reason. Shadow Demon pick up another good anti-illusion based hero. Also a decent save against some kind of spells, like for instance Gyrocopter's homing missile right now, or get someone away from the Phoenix stun. Not necessarily 1, 2, 3 the greatest counter to the Lava lineup, but in general it's always a solid staple hero that counters a reasonable amount of spells.
5 seconds left.
Gyrocopter, kind of assuming that that's going to be their safe laner here. Has Gyrocopter really been played much as a not safe laner recently? Because I know he was other roles.
Well, a 5
a while ago.
Not recently, no. It doesn't really get played as a 5 or 4, or actually nowhere else. Maybe sometimes as mid, but that's only if you have a very specific matchup that you want to set up. But it's just mainly just safe. I mean, Gyrocopter is Io as well, is one of those heroes that has been popping up in certain regions to constantly get picked up. Don't really think it's going to happen this time. It's just going to be the Ogre Magi or Phoenix supporting him in that case.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm just kind of thinking about the last pick here. Viper ban on the side of Hokori. Okay, that is. Are we thinking maybe they're gonna pick a mid. Where no, actually, never mind. I'm babbling, but I'm not sure what I was gonna say. So.
You can continue the babble. I'll listen.
No, I was just thinking. Obviously, Viper is very annoying versus heroes with passives. I was just kind of thinking out loud about if there could be a potential last pickup for them with a passive, but then I was thinking their last pickup has to probably be a mid hero, which is going to be versus Queen of Pain, so maybe they're not going to be too focused on getting rid of that Viper, because that last hero of them is not going to have to lane versus Viper anyway.
Yeah, no, that's mainly against the TA, because TA does not like Viper, or, well, to be fair, no one likes Brewmaster. It is just fairly annoying to lane against. He's just going to take you out of the fight for the most part. I do like the Lina ban, well, and both the Lina and the Puck, because they're probably one of the only heroes that can actually beat a Quap in the mid lane. For the rest, not too many, unless you're going to go for a very good route. I mean, Kunkka is still available, but Kunkka is also not really a hero that you want to lane against Quap, because it kind of loses every single lane these days.
5 seconds left.
It's surprising to me that Kunkka was not banned, though. Huh. Well,
you think they're still going to pick him up?
I mean, it's a possibility. They could even put a Kunkka off lane. It's not too bad against Tia. To be fair, it's not great against Shadow Demon, because Shadow Demon can, of course, disrupt someone so that he does not get X mark back. But it is in the laning stage pretty decent against TA, because you hit him with the Torrent and that breaks the refraction charge, and then you just whip him a couple of times. Morphling.
Morph. Okay. I do like that. However, no, I don't know if I have a however. I'm just, oh my god, I'm babbling so much. But I swear I have something to say. I swear I do. Yeah, Morphling, love to see that pickup. Just such a strong hero. He can still be countered. I mean, what's he going to be laning against? Morphling safe lane, probably, so TA mid anyway?
It's probably going to be a TA mid, and then Yuma playing the Morphling. In that case, to be fair, Morphling could also lane against the Quap if they swap it around a bit, because Morphling is one of the heroes that burst damage he hates. But okay, so Lava's going to lose this game. Good to know.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Finally.
Spark says it as well.
Oh my god, we have an axe pick. Holy guacamole. This is really great. Okay, I love this. Okay, Lava, definitely the team to win here. No bias towards Axe or whatever, but look at that. Yeah, absolutely. Big Lava fan right now.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of the Axe choice.
If he has BKB, then he is able to stomp Morphling.
If he has a BKB, then Morphling, he jumps on Morphling. Shadow Demon disrupts Morphling. Morphling's fine. Or Shadow Demon purges the Axe, so he can't chase. Axe is, like, okay, but Axe is not so great. It does have nice synergy with, of course, the teamfight AoE spells that Lava have. In that regard, it's pretty good. The problem is getting a good connection with the Blink Taunt, plus the fact that Clockwork has a lot of vision around the area. And you always have to be careful with the vacuum wall combo. I do like Hokori's cores in general. If you're looking towards the later stage of the game, I think Lava do have the slight edge in the drafting department, though. Because the Gyrocopter can mainly go absolutely nuts, and Queen of Pain is also amazing. But if this... I mean, it's always a Morphling. You gotta be very careful however you play.
Absolutely true. Yeah, I don't know. I just like to see Axe. I think he's a fun hero to watch as well. So I hope that they're going to do well. I think they have definitely potential. Obviously, there's going to be tons of ways where things are not going to work out on either side. Axe is going to do that. This hero is going to do that. Obviously, it just really depends on how the teams are going to play here. It can go horribly wrong. It can go horribly right. And we'll just see how it goes.
That does mean that it's looking to be an Ogre position 5, I think?
Yeah, I'm assuming Ogre 5 is more realistic than Phoenix 5, right?
Well, yes, but Kim sometimes takes the Phoenix as a 5 in their games. They swap it out every once in a while, but I assume it's just going to be Kim playing on the position 4 role, Ogre 5, to play lane with the Gyrocopter, obviously. And then you've got the Axe Phoenix, which is a lot of burn and a lot of dot damage, which honestly the Morphling really doesn't care about. The Shadow Demon does not like it for the most part, though. But yeah, the main focal point's going to be that TA versus Quap mid matchup, which should be heavily favored in the TA's favor. In the Quap's favor. So they're starting off on the back foot here on Hokori's side.
Yeah, it's and of course, you know, the true SA style pause straight away. Hopefully everything is okay with that gyrocopter disconnected just now. But it's really a little bit of a tradition. Hope the servers are going to be all right.
Well, it's most of the time not the servers. It's I don't know. No, someone has to quickly get something to eat. In the process, seems that Lava is ready, but Hokori still not. I think they're playing on the Argentinian servers. I'm not 100% sure, but that is the most likely.
Well, not quite ready there on the side of Hokori. Asking for another moment to do what they need to do.
Isn't it magical, Papa?
So what are you thinking? Looking at both drafts, you thinking Lava, or you thinking Hokori?
Well, it honestly, well, I did mention I do love teamfight drafts in the past. That's always my favorite go-to. And Lava definitely have the superior team fight. On the other hand, the Morphling of Yuma is very dangerous and deadly, and he's an exceptional player on that hero as well. And, you know, it destroys a Phoenix Egg in no time. It doesn't care about the Ogre most of the time. I mean, depending on the Axe build, but I don't even know what Axe builds these days anymore. I think the biggest problem for him is going to be the Quap, because in a team fight, Yuma's just going to turn into the Gyrocopter and flak and half the HP on the Lava side out of the game.
Okay, no. I mean, a Morphling that pops off is just so insane to deal with. It's one of those heroes that I usually ban in my pubs, because it's just one of those heroes that I just don't want to deal with. A good Morph? I don't know, it's crazy. Yeah, but people that play that hero are, oh my god.
Oh, Axe getting caught for the time being. Kim trying to help out with the Embers coming through. Soothe forced back, and there's a bit of a brawl top lane, but no kills should be coming in either. I mean, Morphling is one of those heroes. Yes, a good Morphling is insane. However, it does have counters in a couple of items. Actually, a decent amount of items. A lot of items this do tend to give, of course, healing reduction, Shiva's Guard, Ayaskadi, Spirit Vessel. So there are definitely answers for the hero. And Kotaro, not considering grabbing the bounty rune, is a little bit too scared of getting taken down. But that's 3 bounty runes picked up by Lava. Only 1 to be secured for Hokori. And that is only, you know, possibly gonna happen.
Oh, that's a epic brawl here. This Clockwork versus Ogre Magi. Both doing quite a bit of damage to each other, but both of them are quite tanky as well. So it's a little bit awkward there. Rocket coming in here on this Darkseer, and this Ogre is just going to continue harassing here. But he's going to take so much damage from this Clockwork, though. Is he going to be able to get out? Oh, it is going to be very, very close right now. He is incredibly low. He still has a salve though, so he's probably going to be okay. But this Clockwork has a salve too, cancels this Ogre salve, runs under the tower, and is going to get that first blood there, but it's going to go to this Darkseer.
Well, that is for the better. Darkseer to quickly get himself the Ring of Health and sustain the lane immediately with that choice. Wondering what kind of Darkseer build it's going to be. I would assume he's just going to get a hood against that overwhelming magic damage in the bottom lane. In mid, Soothes, unsurprisingly, he's a TA playing against the Quap. You're going to lose the lane almost always because you don't have the attack range at the beginning, plus Refraction does bupkis when you get hit by the Shadow Strike, which of course the Quap can just mainly use to spam you out and then throw a burst every single time it breaks off. Well, top lane, the dots from the two heroes.
Shadow Demon.
Gardeck's gonna burn. And another catch coming in for Lava, starting it off nicely. Yuma not in a very comfortable spot. Can't really find any creeps to take down, especially because Shadow Demon is not necessarily the strongest against dots.
He's gonna go really quite hard here, though. It's gonna be fine. Definitely a very experienced Morph player, of course, so I'm sure he will be able to handle the lane in some way, shape, or form. Phoenix Axe, though, as you said before as well, they are just a very, very dangerous lane. That damage over time is really going to be very, very annoying for them, and if they just don't pay attention close enough, that's going to possibly ruin the laning for them.
Well, currently they are losing all 3 of their lanes heavily. I mean, it's not even by a little bit. It's a massive smackdown. They're just getting pushed all the way back. Of course, First Blood was secured by Vitally in mid lane. It's going to be a catch, and that's soothed down by Leostal, who... Well, I mean... Kinda what did you expect? If you're going to try and flex, I'd still just put the Morph mid in that case, because Morphling can handle Quap, but a TA really can't.
Yeah, a little bit, gonna have to play a little bit safe there. However, playing safe on mid is gonna be very difficult anyway. Let's see if she's gonna be able to handle it.
Potato.
She's gonna take so much damage.
Getting caught inside the cogs, takes a bit of damage. And the Iron Shells will be able... Actually, Kachu is going to get the kill onto El Misho. Vitally can't chase down Kotaro. Turnaround comes out. Vitally needs to be careful. And will be finished off in the end as well. He just used his Iron Shell on a creep that had like 5 HP.
It looked like a little bit of a desperation move there. Meanwhile, also a kill here on Shadow Demon top by Phoenix. Means that Lava's already taken 5 kills in a little bit more than 3 minutes versus 1 kill on Hokori. Lava definitely doing a little bit better right now, but obviously it's only 3 minutes, 4-ish minutes into the game, so, you know, who knows what'll happen.
Well, Yuma, he's pretty much being left to his own devices. Gardic TP towards mid. For that bottle refill, Gardic's gonna get jumped. The burn again, the constant unadulterated burn will cost the Shadow Demon his life, which actually could have been denied by Sooths there. He could have just denied his Shadow Demon. I guess he didn't think about it, even though there was a Shadow Strike on him, which is one of the only spells on a hero that you can actually still deny. Well, there are, I think, 3. Doom, Quap, and I always forget the last one.
Isn't it?
Venomancer. Yeah, Venomancer's Q. Bottom lane.
Yeah, Shadow Demon has the Walk of Shame here. And Clockwork gonna go down again.
Yeah, they're trying to get aggressive on Hokori's side, but currently they just don't have... honestly, the big problem that they're having in the lane is the lack of the infused raindrops. If you have an infused raindrop, you can get closer and try and get a kill, but without them, you just take too much magic damage from this Ogre Magi.
Ogre Magi is very, very strong, and it's just doing very well here. You know, he's just really playing it well, managing to keep the other 2 heroes out of the lane, and getting a lot of kills in the progress as well in the process. He's on 2 kills right now.
Oh.
Clockwork gonna go chasing after this Ogre Magi. Can't really do much about it though. Phoenix, meanwhile, is middle, gonna try to help his Queen of Pain here, going for this TA. TA's gonna try to TP out. He's not gonna be able to though, because Queen of Pain has ult, and TA goes down again.
In the meantime, Gardic's only level 2. We're approaching the 6-minute mark. That's definitely looking absolutely disastrous. And Yuma being left towards the top lane. But Yuma hasn't died just yet. Farm is not great, but it's also not absolutely atrocious. Got the Morbid Mask, so can jungle plus lane for a decent amount if you get that attribute shift going successfully.
Running after him though. Gonna do a lot of damage here. Hokori. Yuma is gonna be...
He still lets
continuing his
away
last
from
hits.
There's no real big threat from the axe. Like, he's almost level 6. That's the only downside, though. Yuma might need a TP soon enough, because he did use his waveform, so he doesn't actually have the mana for a waveform. The dunk from Frank, trying to block, but it's not going to work. And yeah, no one on his team, I guess, has the TP available. to help out their safe lane are being very slowly being dove under the tower.
I mean, it looks like the two supports are having their hands full here in the bottom lane. They don't really have time to help out. Clockwork dying here to the damage over time, and Shadow Demon bravely standing up to this Phoenix. Phoenix is just chasing after him, clicking him though. But Ogre is going to go down for that. What is Shadow Demon going to do? Is he going to be able to get out? Probably not. He wants to get that deny from a jungle creep, but he attacks way too slow with those fire spirits on him, and a kill goes to Phoenix.
Yeah, the Phoenix currently 6-0-1. That pretty much tells you what kind of game this is. He's almost done with the full Spirit Vessel as well. Which, of course, is a hard counter to the Morph until he gets his Manta Style. But he's never going to get his Manta Style the way the game is going.
Again, top lane.
TP coming through by Gardic. Well, at least we able to keep the Axe at bay. But yeah, their lanes are going absolutely atrocious. Sooth's the most farmed on the side of Hokori, and, well, he's just had an absolutely dreadful game as well.
Clockwork wanting to chase this Axe all the way out of lane. Axe just taunting with that high five there, but they really just want to secure that farm.
Sooth's gonna get jumped. He's surrounded, and there's not much he can do, trying to at least do as much damage as possible to Leostal, but Leostal, he's got the bottle. There's even that urn charge from the Phoenix. There's no chance the Phoenix Quap is gonna die right there.
So that means TA dies once again. TA died 3 times right now. 8 minutes into the game. Not looking so hot. TA does have a way to get back a bit though with her ability to farm. Might be okay. Shadow Demon meanwhile getting chased here by Quop, and Quop is gonna get that kill on him. And she is just in between the 2 towers right now. She does not really care. Phoenix is there as well for protection, as well as Ogre Magi. The 3 of them are just really dominating this little bit of the map right now.
Currently, you've got Yuma farming up the jungle, just AFK, relaxing, trying to get some farm going, but all 3 lanes have been absolutely atrociously lost. 6k net worth lead in 9 minutes. This game looks like they're gonna try and finish it in 15. And, of course, if they win this one in a 2-0 fashion, I think they qualify for the playoffs. Of course, there's going to be a catch on to Gardic. The Shadow Demon trying to suicide towards the Ancients will not be successful. Leostal on a 4-kill streak now as well, going Kai Assange. To be fair, there's no reason why you shouldn't, considering there's no real threat on the Hokori side this game. Their team fight is worse on Hokori, and with these absolutely horrid lanes coming in, there's very little hope.
Yep, absolutely. Axe being a general nuisance here towards this Morphling. Gonna be staying quite close to that tier 2 tower. Doesn't really look very scared, quite tanky with this Vanguard. And Ogre Phoenix are gonna be looking to make some moves here.
Well, they're trying to at least get some counter wards going, but very nicely placed deep wards as well by the side of Lava, getting all the vision they need on where their opponents are. One observer ward is just barely out of sentry ward range, so that's a big plus, and Yuma just being bullied all the way back. Axe, he's got that Vanguard, he's not going to die anytime soon, going for the Blink Dagger next. I heard a hook shot come in, catch on to Kim. He's got the Phoenix Egg available though. Sooth's trying to run away, but he's going to get hit by the dot. No refraction able to be used, and he's going to die. El Misho dies on one end. Sooth's on another, and Leostal runs through with his haste rune. They disengage, double kill secured. Just nothing gained here for Hokori.
Leostal is just running around, getting kill after kill after kill. Doing so incredibly well. They're going to be taking this Darkseer here. Are they? He's going to drop his ult, though he's going to be able to do something with it. Not quite sure yet. Shadow Demon is there to save as well, but he's not going to be able to be saved right now because there's too much damage coming in from Gyrocopter as well. Shadow Demon dying from this damage over time, and then Clockwork getting stuck in here with the Phoenix instead of the other way around. TA is going to jump in as well to see if she can help, but she cannot quite help. She has to stay back because there's 3 people from Hokori's side dead.
Well, that was an absolutely horrid wall vacuum. He placed a wall, missed the target that he was actually aiming for, then vacuums an Ogre Magi into the wall, which is like, okay, who cares? It's an Ogre that has mana boots. That illusion is not going to do anything. Slowing him is not going to do anything. They're trying to grasp at straws, but, you know, these straws are all those cardboard, disgusting straws that just melt in your mouth.
Paper straws, absolute paper straws.
Yeah. Nothing to be gained here. Gardic getting jumped. Everyone getting jumped. 20-2. Hook shot in. Phoenix could be a kill. Is actually going to get taken down by Yuma. So they finally find something in the process.
Axe.
But Axe is hunting them down and trying to get the catches. Yuma does turn into the Quap. Blink out of there and will be able to safely disengage. So they found a kill onto the Phoenix, which is okay. But they're just too far behind.
Absolutely. Axe doing pretty well, it seems. 2 people down on the side of Hokori and 1 on the side of Lava. That's 2 supports traded for 1 support. Still, Lava is way ahead, actually. 11k gold advantage right now, 13 minutes into the game. That is quite substantial.
Yep, that's kind of ridiculous levels. I mean, the Phoenix he's just below any of the Hokori cores. But even the Ogre, who has been primarily focused on warding and counter warding, is not that poor on the Lava side. Whereas Gardic, he's got brown boots and a couple of pieces that he can, of course, absorb.
Gonna be able to get out?
Well, he's just gonna get chased. He's not gonna be able to get out because Kim also has a Spirit Vessel. And Yuma is full strength. Should still burn down to the dot damage though, because he can't turn it away, but the Quap Sonic Wave will finish the job. And 23-3. That is honestly, this is pretty ridiculous. Like there's
It really is.
What can you even consider doing here?
Well, nothing much, to be honest. It's looking like a little bit of a loss there. Obviously, it's still not over.
Oh, Cliff Teasy! But he actually gets the taunt while on the high ground, gets the kill, and has a blink. Yep, okay. I mean, a nice little Cliff Teasy going in, but you know, that's the most they can gain. Catcher actually getting caught. Elmisha trying to get the kill. Will be able to find the kill in the end, but Gardic now being chased down by Leostal. Needs to right-click damage. TP back, but right in his fountain. He's gonna get splattered all over the floor. And it's an Ags Maelstrom Gyrocopter, pre-15 minutes.
Middle tower looks to be disintegrating.
Yeah, it's just not looking good for Hokori right now. Want to say that that this Axe, you know, he had 13 minutes. And he had a Blink Dagger, he had Face Boots, he had Vanguard. So he's just having a really, really good game. I do like to see that, trying to be unbiased here, but I do love to see an Axe popping off. And he does seem to be doing that quite a bit, actually. Gyrocopter, meanwhile, highest net worth with 9.7. The highest net worth of the other side is going to be TA with 5.3. So really, they really need to get a little bit of farm on. And Morphling, really not doing well regarding farm right now.
I mean, like, what's there more to talk about? Like, there's no chance for Hokori. There's 0. Like, I'm quickly gonna check. What does Gaben say? Gaben says, okay, Gaben gives them 4%, which I think that is very generous of him.
I mean...
Oh, actually, a kill onto Leostal. Blink away. Yuma falls back. An 8-kill streak picked up. That's something. Soothes blinks back to safety. Gardic's gonna get caught. Phoenix Head gets dropped. They're still alive. They actually might have just gotten a kill with only a Shadow Demon dead, but it looks like the hunting for Soothes is gonna be able to blink to the side. Axe is nearby, but still a little bit too far away. Soothes makes sure he can blink in towards his base. So they only lose Shadow Demon for the Quap, which is nice. But it's, you know, they're farming like your entire side of the map, taking your tier 2 tower top. We're 16 minutes in. It's actually surprising that they still have outer towers.
Pretty good move if you ask
me. No towers, meanwhile, for Hokori. They've taken 0 towers right now, because they've just been, yeah, I mean, they have just been dying so much. Honestly, 4%, I mean, it's still a chance. I never really liked saying that there's no chance, but yeah, you know, yeah.
Well, at least some good news. Team Undying has found themselves a sponsor, or well, they have found themselves an org, because Team Undying has been picked up by TSM. Finally, TSM joined the ranks of Dota instead of being in League of Legends and literally every other esports out there for years. They finally, as a team called Team Solo Mid, go their route in towards Dota, and I'm pretty happy to see that come through, especially because it means Moomy under Same Light got themselves a big org to back them, but Gardic getting jumped here. Nice vacuum wall coming in, holding them in place. The battery assault inside the cogs. That's going to be the axe taken down. Blink out by the Quap, Leostal. Okay, they're finding a couple of kills here. The possibilities are there to not completely get dumpsters every single team fight.
Yuma, gonna get out. 2 people for 1. Axe is dead though, finally, so that is definitely a good pick for them. And yeah, I did like to see the TSM news. More orgs in Dota is always a really good thing. So I did love to see that news earlier today.
Now, you know, Quincy Crew just needs to get picked up by Cloud9. Unless Cloud9 decides to make another Eternal Envy stack their flagship, which, please no.
I hope Team Tickles gets picked up.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, but there are very little EU orgs that still are looking for team. I mean, maybe if Astralis decides to ever branch out.
Bottom tower has fallen.
Who knows?
Penta. I mean, there are actually pretty decent amount of like CSGO orgs and whatnot. G2 could, for instance.
I mean, Alliance was looking for
they were looking
suggestions.
Yeah, but they were looking for replacements, if I'm not
you never
mistaken,
know.
not the entire roster.
No, they didn't really say. I don't think they said anything specifically like that. They were just looking for suggestions on their Dota roster, which could mean a lot.
Keep
of things.
Aramis.
So
Just
who
keep
knows?
Aramis.
With flair.
I should pick up Team Tickles.
Radiant's top tower's about
But
to
I don't
topple.
want to see the entire Alliance roster dropped.
Dire's middle tower is
Just
under
want to see them find a way to make it work.
Radiant's top
Maybe
tower's
1 or 2 replacements.
I get you. I just wanna see my boy Celery succeed even more. That's all.
Yeah, but I wouldn't mind him being picked up by, you know, another org. Mouse Sports is also an org that still exists and is somewhere.
TA getting called out here by the axe. Good blink call there. Jaro ult coming in as well. Jaro picked up the Aegis obviously earlier. And TA is going to go down here by the Gyrocopter. They're going to be pushing up high ground 19 minutes into the game. And they are going to go for this tier 3 here now. They're going to do quite a bit of damage to it. Shadow Demon desperately trying to get them off his high ground, going, come on, please go away. Please give us a little bit more time to get this more farmed, I beg of you.
Radiant's bottom tower needs a hand.
No, they can't get Mega, so, you know, losing 1 set of racks ain't the end in the world, considering Yuma is getting some free farm time in the process. Has got the BKB now done as well. Jump in, Sonic Wave, Gardic dropping low, disrupts himself, stays alive for the time being. Vitaly's gonna get called. Hook shot comes in. They lose Gardic, they lose Vitaly, they lose El Micho. And Frank is still alive, so is the rest of his team. So they'll finish off that mid set of racks. Actually, rotation coming in. The 2 cores finally deciding that they might consider joining the team fight. Jumping in, turning into the gyro. A lot of flat cannon hits, but it is gonna be Yuma on top of his opponents that just gets taken down. And there we have it. Kachu throwing out the stay down, the BM, the you completely got destroyed.
Middle barracks are under attack.
But yeah, you did just briefly mention, you know, I'd love to see, you know, orgs join Dota, but then if Alliance picks up another team, it's not any org, it's the same org picking a different roster.
Oh yeah, no, I'm just out here supporting Celery, that's all.
Oh yeah, no, I love Celery as well. I mean,
that's all I'm doing.
I've got that Viking GG jersey, okay?
I know, and I love to see that.
I spent $100 on that thing.
100? Wait, why would you spend 100?
It was 70, but then I had to pay the taxes in the country, and then I had to pay, because it came out of the European Union, so I had to pay the import taxes, which were new in last July, for goods that come out of Europe to you know, counter like the Chinese market and everything. So I had to pay double taxes on it, on something that was already 70 bucks. Then I get it. I'm happy. It took like 2 weeks before it arrived. And the day it arrived, I think, no, maybe a day before, after it arrived, I got that, you know, beautiful Twitter message
News,
read
yeah.
that Viking GG disbanded, and my entire jersey was, well, at least a piece of history.
Yeah, you know, just see it that way. You know, just stay positive. But yeah, it was a little bit upsetting. But I do love to see how Team Tickles is popping off, though. It's great to see. Meanwhile, Queen of Pain in jungle holding out the Shadow Demon because she knows he's there. She just didn't have detection, and then coming in as well with that Scream of Pain, just finishing him off there.
But you gotta agree, you know, Team Tickles celery is great, but Tofu big fan.
I mean, his name is Tofu. I am already a fan. I don't even know him, and I love him. You know what I mean?
You don't know the Tofu big fan meme?
No.
Oh, well.
I'm sorry.
Oh
no, now I feel awkward. I'm way out of the
There's
loop
just
now,
a
Lord.
hashtag Tofu big fan every single time he played for the Hellbear Smashes last season.
Okay. Well, I am a big fan, so understandable. TA meanwhile getting caught up here by this gyrocopter. She's trying to get them to stop. Both of the cores caught there in that axe call on 2 kills. Going for lava. Only 2 people up now, and GG has been called by Hokori. There is definitely no other way. GG had to be called. 21k advantage, 23 minutes into the game, and they are on your high ground. There's nothing you can do anymore.
I mean, to be fair, there was nothing they could do 10 minutes ago, but, you know, they held on till 23 minutes, which I guess is something. But this was not really the performance that Hokori were looking for, considering they are fighting against their pretty much direct competitors for that playoff spot. And of course, if there's 15k prize pool, so you get first place is 10k, second is 4, and third is 1, and that's definitely what you are playing for if you are these teams. Currently, it's looking a little bit rough around the edge. Not that, of course, if Hokori lose, that they're out of the tournament, because they're still doing pretty well. Noping is, you know, then Noping is going to be their biggest competitor. I don't know how many games they still need to play, but regardless, this was this one we can forget. No one has seen this Twitch chat. This one, it's an illusion. You haven't seen this absolutely ridiculous stomp coming through. But to not see game number 2, we'll have to go towards a short break. We'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Another round of Dota. We've got ourselves Lava versus Hokori. Game number 1 was a complete stomp that we have completely wiped from our memory and forgotten forever and ever. My name is Dktruman. I'm once again joined by Sparks. And well, what are you hoping for in game 2, of course, except for Axe, but you know, that stands to reason.
That's true. I am always hoping for X. I hope that game 2 is just not going to be a stomp. I just hope that this is going to be some good Dota and that the teams are well matched. The drafts are well matched. I don't know if that's a realistic hope because game 1 was... We don't remember game 1 at all and it's completely wiped from our memory. But yeah, I'm just really hoping for good Dota that it's just not like a one-way stomp, you know?
Yeah, Hokori can still be taken out of the running, if I'm not mistaken, to make it towards the playoffs, so they definitely have to try and get to that point. It's otherwise not going to be that easy. You need to get all the practice you can possibly get before the next... well, pretty much before the next DPC season starts, so having cups like the Bitsler Cup are great for practice and of course also for profit to be made. We've got Hokori picking up the Bane Mirana. You don't get to see that many Mirana games, though it does work well with the Bane because of course Nightmare into the Mirana arrow means you're stunned. Or Javelin. What's it called? Spear?
Yeah, wait. Now I don't know. Now that you're putting me on the spot. What is the official name of that? We all know what we're talking about.
She throws
it's arrow.
spears,
It's
right?
arrow.
Yeah, it's
no, but it's arrow. It's called 1 second. Sacred arrow. There we go.
Yeah,
spear,
but she
arrow.
throws the arrow, which makes even less sense because
It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, Mirana really doesn't. Yeah, Mirana. Haven't seen her too much.
Yep.
Yeah, I haven't really seen her too much.
It's not a hero you get to see too often anymore. I've seen it a couple of times mid, but for the most part it's a position 4 Bane, for the most part a position 5, though some teams do pick it up as a 4. I can't remember who that was again, but they did play very well with it. But on the other side, Abaddon picked up immediately because they need a hard counter to the Bane. It's either Abaddon or you go for like a Silencer to interrupt the Fiend's grip. But yeah, you can't really grip the Abaddon because he of course pops his ulti. Or anyone that Abaddon is nearby because he's just going to use his aphotic shield to save anyone that is stunned in the progress.
Yeah, Abaddon, good pickup. They hadn't banned him yet. They were a little bit too preoccupied with obviously banning Quop and Beastmaster, who are 2 like very standard bans, and then also banning the Monkey King. Not quite sure exactly what the Monkey King ban is about. Is Monkey King specifically good versus the first 2 heroes that they picked, or is it more of a for later in their draft kind of ban?
That's a very valid question. No, there's like I don't really know. I do see some teams ban Monkey King out more as well, though this might be some like scrim related knowledge that they have from each other because no one that I've seen in a long time plays Monkey King, and even if they do, I think the only Monkey King I ever see is a support monkey.
Support. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean support monkey is still very very valid.
Hokori does play it though, it seems.
Okay. Well, I mean, but they banned it.
Wait, Hokori banned it? Then I have absolutely no idea. Like, okay, wait, I'm quickly gonna check Lava. Do they play monkey? They also play monkey. Okay.
Okay, that's fair then. Then it's a little bit of scrim knowledge there, and just something they've probably dealt with before that they don't want to deal with again. Tidehunter ban on the side of Lava, as well as a TA ban. I mean, TA didn't really do a lot of work last game for Hokori, but obviously still is a very good mid laner or safe laner in some situations. So definitely a good hero to ban out there.
I'm actually surprised that Lava did not pick Tide themselves, because it's very good against the Bane for the most part. Not great against the Wraith King, of course, because he gets a Silver Edge, breaks you, you die. But yeah, Bane, Wraith King, very solid lane, survives against most things, especially if this is a off-lane Mars. However, I'm still thinking that this is going to be a mid-Leo style Mars, and they are going to choose someone else to play in the off-lane against the Wraith King, which, well, wouldn't surprise me, because Leo style does love himself some Mars.
Okay, I'm quite curious to see if he's going to be mid or offlane. Either way, nice hero pickup. And I do like to see a mid Mars sometimes. I'm really curious about the Mirana though, if they're going to put her mid or as a 4. Picked so early in the draft, I would be more likely to say 4, but on the other hand, we've seen them pick all kinds of roles really early and really late, so maybe that doesn't really say too much right now.
I mean, the Mirana, you don't really like playing a core Mirana either against an Abaddon, because, well, the same issue of just getting that break going. But core Mirana, I mean, it can work. The problem is you need to be absolutely sure there's no counts on the enemy side. They pick up like a Bloodseeker, core Mirana's dead.
Yeah. And I mean, they can still pick that up, right? Yeah, no bans. Yeah, kind of curious to see where they're going with the draft on Lava this time. Hokori is looking pretty decent so far, at least. Nothing that is striking me as too crazy. So
it's a very single target oriented again. Where Lava, they do have a big fat juicy AoE cooldown now, and added one on top, plus the, of course, glaives from the Luna. A lot of magic damage on Lava's side. Abaddon can keep the Luna alive for the most part, especially in the lane, because, you know, Mirana, if you hit an arrow, you can get the Aphotic Shield on towards the Luna. Luna walks away scot-free. So that lane should, for the most part, be able to survive, depending on, of course, what you're going to choose as Hokori's off lane. Sand King could be pretty nice to just try and, you know, spam the entire lane as much damage as possible, but it's a pretty tough choice to lane something with the Mirana that actually dominates their lane. Pango would be great, though.
Yes. Actually, yeah, I would love to see Pango. Spirit Breaker! Okay, yeah, so that is, actually, I was going to say that is a Mars mid, but the Spirit Breaker could obviously also be like a 4, right?
Or an off
I'm
lane.
thinking it's
Could
probably
even
Mars
be a mid.
and offlane Spirit. Yeah.
Probably, yeah, but it's a flexible hero. It plays off lane, it plays 4, it plays mid. Well, sometimes mid. Mid's very rare. It even plays position 5 in case that's needed. You could even put the Abaddon off lane. There are so many wide variety of things that you can do. I miss the old Luna support though. When he had the 300 cast range talent at level 10, that was great. Because I could play Luna support and it actually worked.
I did like to see that for a little bit. I did like the Luna support a little while. But yeah, Spirit Breaker. I'm thinking it's probably just going to be Mars mid, Spirit Breaker 3 then, especially what you said that Leo style is known to play Mars mid. So I do love to see that. Yeah, kind of curious to see how Hokori is going to deal with that right now. Let me have a little bit of a think right now, because they probably need an offlaner for sure on the side of Hokori. And then they also probably need a middle, or they need a 4, but I'm probably thinking middle. I think they're just going to go more on a 4, but it's just a hunch, really.
Well, you probably want something that deals with Spirit Breaker, something that's solid in the mid lane, depending on what you're up against. I think Puck would be nice, because you get good, decent control on the side of Hokori, sets things up. With, of course, interrupting the Spirit Breaker in its charge, if need be. Pangolier for the offlane on Hokori, most likely. They have one BKB piercing stun to deal with the Pango, but that's the Nether Strike, and you kind of don't want to use that one on a Pango if you're Spirit Breaker. No, Vitally is a very good Pangolier player.
Yeah, I love to see that. Pangolier's great. Pangolier's a good hero. Nice and mobile. Nice and annoying, and I love to see that. Let's see. So they still need a most likely a middle, right, on the side of Hokori, and then they also no. They need
Hokori need a mid.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna be Mirana Pango lane, because that's actually not that bad of a lane. So yeah, you need a mid laner that survives the Spirit Breaker charge. I'm still thinking Puck, because you can very easily dodge it by just going into the phase shift or something else that's very mobile. but not that doesn't get punished very quickly by a Bara rushing you down. Lina is still available. Lina would also not be the worst. It's very good against Luna. It has innate spirit, Silver Edge builder, so it breaks the Abaddon, so you can burst him out in one fell swoop. The Bara is a bit annoying, but for the most part, you usually have your bots BKB in no time, so you can just make sure that you win the lane for the most part as well. And Hokori do have a last pick, so they can always adjust according to what Lava choose as their mid lane. I definitely like Hokori's chances a lot more with that Pango pick. The team fight is not the greatest, but it is Vitality Pango, which is very good.
Timbersaw ban, Storm Spirit ban, Bat Rider ban. They're definitely scared on the side of Lava of highly mobile mid laner that's gonna be messing with their messing with single target things. Viper ban on the side of Hokori. Not sure what I'm thinking here. Actually, not sure what's their idea is to round off that draft there on the side of Lava. But we are going to find out really, really soon, as they only have a tiny amount of reserve time left. So they're gonna have to be picking something up right now, and they are gonna be
Grimstroke, Spiritbreaker lane, bottom 5, Spiritbreaker off lane, Mars mid, Luna safe. It's a pretty solid combo, Grimstroke, especially with the Spiritbreaker, because you get the Inkswell where he charges like a mad freaking cow and has ridiculous movement speed. I like the combos on Lava side, especially because the Grimstroke Soulbind is a hard counter to the Pangolier and the Mirana, especially if you get those two connected together. The Rolling Thunder gets completely interrupted. He's stuck. It's solid. It has most things that they want, and in case it's needed, you can always get yourselves the Aghanim Scepter later on the Grimstroke to counter the Wraith King, and unsurprisingly, Sooths is going to go for the puck because I predicted it, and I'm a god.
Absolutely, you're a god. Well done on that one. Yeah, good drafts all around. I think Hokori's draft is a little bit more promising this time around. I do think I still like Lava's one only a little bit more, though. I'm just, I don't know. I'm not so sure about Hokori. I'm not so sure about Mirana in general, to be honest, as a hero. That's just a personal opinion, though, but I'm just not a big fan of Mirana 4s. But maybe they'll surprise me. Who knows?
I actually like the Mirana choice, especially if it's going to be a Eul Scepter Mirana, because that would mean you have a counter to the Luna, you have a way to interrupt the Spiritbreaker in his charge, you can get out of the arena easily. You're mobile, plus one good arrow could really turn the tide in the fight. The only downside is, of course, the Abaddon on the other side. But I like Hokori's draft. I think it has a lot that they needed, especially considering how stupidly strong Wraith King is. There's pretty much no point in the game where, unless you get like that level 30, level 25 talent where you stun someone with your Eclipse. Luna, for the most part, never wins against a Wraith King in a 1v1, so she's really dependent on the Spiritbreaker, making a lot of plays to hold Yuma down, and I think that's going to be pretty tough this game. So my prediction is going to be on Hokori, even though last game is, well, forgotten and into the void. I think I like their draft just slightly more.
Wait, is Spiritbreaker middle?
It's actually Spiritbreaker middle, yes.
Yeah. Okay, I was gonna say a Leo style. Okay, yeah, I do like to see that. That's I was a little bit slow on that response there, but I was like looking at these names, look at this here. I was like, wait, hold up, Leo style. That's a mid guy. Love to see it. Regarding farm, Luna and Wraith King obviously are both quite speedy farmers. Are they going to be able to keep up with each other, or is it more Luna favored or more Wraith King favored in your opinion?
It's for the most part Luna favored to a degree. Wraith King can definitely keep up with Luna because of the skeletons and innate stupid levels of crit. The early parts of the laning stage should be favored more towards from the farming should be favored more towards the Wraith King, depending on how good the Luna's lane is going to be, because they can definitely bully out a Luna out of the lane very easily. Sooths is AFK in mid.
Gets a few hits here by this Abba.
I mean, there was a possibility there. Like, I think Suze was acting like he was AFK while he did, so that the Bane could walk in, possibly level Nightmare, get the Nightmare, and they could group him. But the problem was the rest of the team was not completely ready for that move.
Wraith King has 2 bones to farm, even though it doesn't really count, right, in lobbies. It counts for the honor. Counts for the honor.
I actually don't know.
I don't think it counts. Oh, wait, do those things? I'm not quite sure, actually. Do those, like, Arcana progress things count in lobbies? Because that's how they went around and cheated it, right?
Yeah.
On some heroes.
But I don't know if that, like, this is a ticketed lobby. There might be differences in that regard. But, I mean, it at least gives the notification that, like, if he kills someone, you get the notification in the screen, like, yeah, he successfully got that shiz done. Woohoo! But I don't necessarily know. Yeah, bones. Everyone loves some good bones. That's why.
Bones for the bone throne.
Abaddon is, like, he's just pure bones.
Absolute bones. It's a bones day. It's absolutely a bones day. Yeah, so we got here Abba Luna versus Pango Mirana. Let's see how things are gonna work out here. Already getting a little bit low versus Spirit Breaker. Spirit Breaker Puck. Not a showdown that I see very often. Is it Puck or Spirit Breaker favored?
Spirit Breaker in the first couple of levels, mainly because he's just stupidly tanky for the most part, and he can always just TP back to base, charge the lane every single time, which is pretty annoying to deal with, because it only costs $100 for a full regen plus a bottle refill. And Puck, I mean, yeah, as you can see, Puck leveling phase shift level 2. That's not really something that the Puck wants to level just yet. It's fairly annoyed in that regard. Vitally taking a lot of damage bottom lane, but we'll be able to walk away because Kachu, all he's trying to do is just bully.
Toro getting a little bit low there. Ooh, this Mirana is going to take a lot of damage there. It's not quite going to be able to be killed here by this Abba. Abba's a little bit too slow. But Mirana has to get out now for a little bit. She doesn't have a salve or anything, but she is going to get a salve on her courier. And first blood drawn there on the Bane by Mars.
Link Swell plus Spear is a very long stun duration. A lot of heroes very low at the moment. Kotaro continuing forward, has the stun available, but needs to be careful because if Elmisha would hit it in return. I mean, Nephotic Shield, he does have Mango, so should still be fine, but there's definitely a threat.
Being annoying, harassing this Pango. Pango taking a lot of damage and dead as well. This Abba finished him off with a mist coil there. Has 2 kills right now for Lava, and Luna is just having a good time. She is able to just keep farming here. Meanwhile, top. Stun coming in on this Mars, but they're not really going to continue doing anything there. And middle is a little bit of a showdown as well. But both, yeah, they're both getting a little bit low every so often, but there's not really anything happening fully right now.
I mean, once the Spirit Breaker gets a couple more levels, he'll try to charge the side lanes as much as possible, which should open up a little bit of farming area for the Puck. In the meantime, Vitally bottom lane is really struggling against Kotaro and Kachu. That lane is not going as they wanted, even though they picked the Pangolier, I think, into these 2 heroes, so you already knew exactly what your offlane was going to be. But it's not looking that superb just yet. Soothes in mid against Leocel. The charge comes out, and an immediate bash, because, you know, why not have that RNGesus on your side?
Absolutely. Puck really getting low. Silence coming in as well. Ooh. He was debating that. He was debating just running up there and clicking her, but doesn't quite. It's not gonna do anything.
Yeah, Vitally is literally just being bullied out by the Abaddon. Is slightly more experienced than the Abaddon, but ever so slightly. And Elmisho, well, he does have the leap, so he can't really die unless you make a big fat misplay on the Mirana. But yeah, he's just being bullied away by the nuisance upon nuisance. And Gardic, oh, the Leocel's going for the charge towards the creeps. Mid has not that much HP. But there is some backup from Kachu behind. Actually, Soothes is going to go in, and this is not looking too great. The Photic Shield comes out. Soothes needs to be able to disengage. Leocel doesn't have his charge, luckily enough, because that could have been absolutely dreadful.
Let's do this.
Ooh, Luna getting a little bit low here now. Mirana chasing after her. A Photic Shield right on time though by this Abba. Just absolute Luna savior here. And Luna is going to be able to just walk it off. Abba's just coming back and just kind of standing in front of the wave there. Just ready to click this Mirana, ready to click this Pango, and ready to harass and annoy them out of lane.
Yeah, but like they can't annoy / harass them out of the lane. Maybe if Vitally has his level 6, but currently Kachu buys stupid amounts of regen and there's very little that you can do in the process. Oh, with a couple of those levels on the shield crash, you have that damage reduction, which is very nice to have. Elmisho trying to disengage. Doesn't need to be careful of like a enchanted mango miscoil. Same with Vitally. There's always that threat behind it. Soothes is level 6, so has a way to interrupt the Spirit Breaker's charge, which is of course a big plus. Kim currently is just ahead of Vitally, which is definitely not a great way to start. But Lava does have a very, Hokori has definitely a better start than last game, which is not saying that it's great. They are losing by 1k currently, and honestly, most of their lanes are actually losing. But it could be worse.
Absolutely could be worse. It is better. And we're going to hold on to that hope here. Pangolier really getting a little bit bullied, and Luna seems to be having a relatively free game. However, Wraith King doesn't seem to be stopped too much either. So it seems like both of the carries are doing alright regarding farm.
Well, it's decent farming spread coming out. Charge in. Leocel making sure he gets all the net worth needed. Soothes dropping a little bit behind in terms of net worth. Honestly needs a couple of these supports. Bane, for instance, died and then TP stop instead of TPing mid to... Actually, Soothes has double damage. Regardless. Just pop it. Constantly keep refilling the bottle of the puck. Something that he desperately does need.
Mars absolutely missing his spear there and then taunting after it. I do like to see that sense of humor coming in there from Frank on the side of Lava.
Ugh, Frank went for the Meteor Hammer. Seen it a couple of times coming through. Of course, the only big plus that it does give you is tower push, which they are severely lacking on Lava. So I do get it.
But you're not happy about it.
Nah, I love the armlet toggling Mars a lot more.
Yeah, understandable. Very understandable. Middle. Mirana moving towards middle. Oh.
Well, there's no one there, so, you know.
No, she's just there. She's just having a little look around.
Dream Coil. He snaps it. Leap forward so that the arrow does the tiniest amount of stun, but the kill is there because the double damage on Soothes came through. And they've managed to find a pretty significant kill. So tier 1 tower top is taking a beating, and Yuma does need to be a bit careful for Frank.
Yeah, I thought Mirana was just kind of having a little bit of a stroll there, but she did manage to be there at the right place at the right time, so that was very impressive. Taking that regeneration right in front of this Grimstroke as well. And she took a few creeps there in the triangle. She's gonna stay mid, it seems.
Soothes, Nether Strike cancelled. I mean, Elmisho is nearby. Arrow. Ooh, the Leocel just barely sidesteps it. Oh, gotta be careful. Nether Strike plus charge means you're probably in a very uncomfortable spot. Just like Vitally is currently very uncomfortable. Is now bottom against a nobody lane. So we'll be able to at least hopefully recover a little bit of net worth. Arrow flies through. Land onto Frank. There's the combo. But there's nothing behind the combo. But they did it. They did the nightmare
But it was a combo.
spear.
Yeah. It absolutely was a combo. So, you know, that was... Well done. Well done on that one. Meanwhile, Mars Constantly channeling his Meteor Hammer, gets blocked here though by this Mirana with her Sacred Arrow, because that's what that ability is called. I need to just remember that and say that many times.
Charged up, Gardic needs to be able to get vision to get the Nightmare off. But Inkswell on top, and that is a Bane completely obliterated. Leostel gets an easy pickup. One piece of the Shadow Blade, of course, ready to be secured. Vitaly's just farming up bottom against the Abaddon, because currently the Luna is in that mid lane, whereas Lava did rotate top to try and push out the tier 1 tower, which of course with that Meteor Hammer slowly chipping away at it.
Yeah, Mars and Mirana are having a little song and dance here because he keeps channeling his Meteor Hammer, and then Mirana is somewhere in the neighborhood and he just keeps arrowing him before he gets it off. It's happened a few times now, so it's pretty funny.
All towards mid, Gardic, Nether Strike, trying to heal up, trying to run away, but the Inkswell from Leostel comes on top. The bash is there as well. Gardic taken down. The trade is there, but Soothe, he does only have half a second. Can he jump to safety? Yes, he does jump to the creeps. Wow, bottom lane with the rotation from Yuma coming through. Vitally, together with Yuma, get the kill onto the Abaddon, and the tier 1 tower will follow suit as well. So, a couple of nice rotations. Yuma using his armlet to a nice effect, and they managed to get at least the tower. So, it's all of a sudden not looking too bad. Vitally still really poor, but, you know, he's a Pango. He's got level 6. Well, he's past level 6. He's got his ult, and that's the most important.
Slowly getting a little bit of that interrupt going, which is going to be his purpose here. Puck meanwhile getting charged though, but manages to phase shift out of there for a second. Mars meanwhile channeling his Meteor Hammer on the tier 2 towers.
No.
Bane is there though, Mirana's there too.
And no Fiend's Grip available though, and Frank is just making sure he stands next to the creep so no arrow will land. Knows exactly that El Misho is coming in because he has vision, which has just been placed by Kachu and now immediately counterwarded. A little bit of a duel between the supports, but Mirana is level 6. The problem is they kind of need the Bane level 6 to get a good gank, except for of course onto Kachu, who is now counterwarding, making sure that the enemy wards get taken care of. But they are rotating in.
Bane is going to be able to do some good things here with this Mirana ult. They are running right after this Mars, right after this Abar. They're going to be able to catch him. It does seem that way, absolutely.
Oh, Gardic, Fiend's Grip, but interrupted immediately because of the Aphotic Shield. And now they have to disengage. Zeus does have bots. The thing is, they were invis and they were running towards top, but Vitally decided to rotate back. That Rolling Thunder could definitely be a big plus if they wanted to really make the gank work. But they desperately will need the Pango for any kill potential. Speaking of which, Leostal mid, nope. The arrow does not connect, so he'll be able to just walk away. Well, currently, Yuma, he's just chilling, relaxing, farming up the enemy jungles, got those sketties. He's having fun.
Yep, absolutely. Just taking the enemy jungle a little bit. Not really afraid of much right now. And Pango taking over some XP and some farm middle there. Cause he is definitely a little bit low on farm there, especially compared to the offlaner on the side of Lava.
Well, Suze needs to be careful because it's a 4-man rotation, so charge actually gets cancelled by Leostal, realizing Suze might be a little bit too close towards his own high ground in their jungle. Doesn't want to risk starting to feed because they are 2k ahead. But you know, this Wraith King does get to be a lot active a lot sooner most of the time than the Luna. Actually, speaking of which, Luna went Mask of Madness, Dragonlance going for the BKB next, so could actually be that this Luna might be active a bit sooner because the Wraith King kind of wants to get the Deso into Blink before he really wants to take any fights.
Yeah, I mean, kind of curious to see if this Luna is going to join fights a little bit sooner. What other items are going to be picked up here? Oh, Spiritbreaker meanwhile smoked and charging towards his Pango middle, and he's going to get caught here, but
nice
Bane
Nightmare.
is there with his Nightmare. and he manages to jump away there with his swashbuckle.
Oh, Arena catch onto Gardic. Hold him in place. A Soulbind as well. Yuma is going to get kited. He can't really chase anyone down, but the Rolling Thunder is perfect. Kotaro is taken down. And the stun onto Leostal. Can they lock him down? Leostal charges to the Mirana of all people. Very low in HP, but Leostal is still alive and will be able to walk away for the time being. Frank, however, on the other end is going to get taken down. And El Misho does eventually still die to the Bata, who did manage to pick up a double damage rune in the process. But they're looking for a third target here. Catch you out of the running. And they find themselves a big, fat, juicy team fight. They only lose their 2 supports. Managed to take down the Luna and the Mars for their first deaths this game.
Very, very good for them. Definitely looking to be... This game's looking to be a little bit more in Hokori's favor. Definitely compared to the last game, which we don't know about, don't talk about, and have completely forgotten and wiped from our memory. Wraith King doing really well with his farm. He's currently top of net worth, and Luna, of course, following quite closely. Getting a little bit closer to that BKB here. While Pango is going to go for the Blink Dagger next. Definitely predictable. And what is it? And a Kaya Sanj for Puck, it seems? Yeah, Kaya Sanj going for Puck. Relatively close to that as well.
They have some nice tools against the Puck, but if he gets a decent amount of HP plus status resistance, can definitely turn things around a lot better for his team. El Misho counter warding, but the charge comes out. There's only one more leap left for the Mirana, and the Mirana is in trouble because the charge is there. The catch from Leostal and the kill as well. El Misho will lose his life. They waited until the leaps were pretty much used, so the Mirana could not disengage perfectly. Vitally towards mid, rolls through, but will have to forfeit the tower. But currently, Yuma is top net worth of the game, and his Deso is also finished, opening up the chances to take down Roche.
It is definitely looking very good. As predicted, of course, he's going to go for his Blink Dagger next to just get a little bit of that movement going, a little bit of that becoming more active on the map there. And Luna needs about a K more for her BKB.
Blessings upon a loyal warrior.
Oh,
Stroke wanting to go for Blink 2, it seems.
yeah, get that positioning so you can get the Pangolier caught in the Soulbind without actually having to put yourselves in harm's way for the most part. Charge onto Gardic. They have Invis Detection, but Gardic, he's going to get caught out by the Inkswell, blown to smithereens. Vitally is nearby. They're trying to disengage. Leostal's going to get spotted. Wants the Nether Strike. Soulbind onto 2. Holds the 2 mobile heroes at bay. Soothes with the Dream Coil. Only on the Grimstroke though. But in comes Yuma running through. He's trying to get a catch onto anyone. Nice finisher onto Kim with Leostal being stun locked. Should be a kill onto the Spirit Breaker. And Katyu, will he be able to disengage? Because there's still a chasing Pangolier. Spots Katyu. Yuma's going to join in. There is still the borrow time. But Frank with the arena. Possibility on the side. Gets the spear onto Soothes. The Puck in trouble. Does not have a blink just yet. Will try and juke his way out. And Frank can't find the connection there. With Soothe being able to disengage from that fight. Putting it onto a 1k net with lead here. Because Leostal on the Spirit Breaker has significantly fallen down in terms of net worth.
Leostal starting off quite strong, but dropping off a little bit. A smoke coming in meanwhile here on the side of Lava. They are finding some people in their jungle.
Meteor
Lava
Hammer
is going to go down for this. Meteor Hammer on this Pangolier. Pangolier, is he going to go down? He seems to want to be able to get out here, and he might be able to do that.
Bata charge.
Spirit Breaker is right there.
Fiend's Grip onto the Luna though. In comes Yuma going for the right clicks. It's a BKB available for the Luna, but the stun comes out onto the Wraith King. Does need to be careful because the Wraith King does not actually have mana for reincarnation. Currently, it will, however, be a very favorable fight again for Hokori, and a bit of a mistake from Lava. I mean, the Spirit Breaker gets a kill, but they fought before he was back up, so your biggest playmaker is pretty much not in the team fight.
Okay, advantage meanwhile here for Hokori. Definitely looking like this might be their game. Wraith King farming those beautifully stacked ancients there. just really taking the lead there in the net worth chart. Currently a little bit ahead of this Luna. But Luna, of course, just died in that fight. A little bit unfortunate. Probably gonna have to be going back to some farming business soon.
Yeah, the Wraith King just does so much more damage. Has a second life, so it's really hard for... I mean, honestly, Luna is a hero that just is... Against most safe laners, it doesn't win a 1v1 engagement, and Wraith King is like one of the kings of the 1v1.
Absolutely. That crit is not to be messed with. Smoke, both sides, actually. 4 people on each side smoked. Gonna try to find each other. And it seems like they might be able to meet each other on middle here. Italy has been spotted here.
Jump in, Vitally is gonna get charged up the arena, but the spear misses. Gardic still inside the arena. Has no Fiend Script for 10 seconds, but they will lose Vitally. Elmisho trying to run away. Does have a leap in 1 second, but will be finished off before he can disengage. And they also lose Soothes with an Eclipse. So that's a 3-kill run coming through into the Roche pit to try and get themselves the first Aegis of the game.
That's a bit unfortunate for Hokori there. The 2 smokes coming in. Could have gone maybe a little bit either way. But Lava coming out on top right now. And that Aegis, assuming most likely going to go to Luna. Unless they want to get in on this Spirit Breaker. But Luna seems to be more likely.
I don't really know why Yuma is still lurking about in the area. His teammates are coming back alive, but yeah, they were in Roche for a very long time. He's actually going to jump in aggressively, looking for the Luna catch here. Soulbind holds the 2 in place. Yuma will be able to fall back. A no kill coming through, though they really want these catches here. Arrow flies through. Not going to be able to connect.
Ooh, close.
And no kills obtained for either side.
The Wraith King is very aggressive. He really wanted to go for that.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I like his sword as well, which is like more like an axe. I don't think I've seen that one before. Looks kind of cool.
Oh, that one. I think it's not that old. It's from last TI. I think it's from like the Halloween sets from last Halloween.
Vile Reliquary. Interesting.
Can't remember exactly where I saw it, but I thought it wasn't that old. Vitally. Spear's not going to connect because he got mini stunned. We'll try and disengage, but the Inkswell onto 2. Puts Elmisho in a tough spot as well. Double kill secured. And Yuma blinks before the Nether Strike connects. But they lose again. Another double on the side of Hokori. And currently they're just not able to respond in time before they get jumped. They're just not expecting these chases coming out from the lava side. Especially considering they've got an Aegis. You kind of could expect them to come through. My God! Big fat juicy crit. Pops the borrow time immediately. Now if you nightmare him, Fiend's Grip another. You can't do squat.
Diddly squat. Wraith King. Seems like they wanna... Seems like either of the teams wanna do something here. They're gonna be smoking up. Yep, they are. Absolutely gonna be smoking up on the side of Hokori. They have spotted this Mars.
Smoke gets broken. On the high ground, it's Frank. The spear comes out. Elmisho gets caught, but they will lose Kim to Yuma in the process. Vitally rolling through. Soothes is still invised up. And they'll get a catch on to catch you. No borrow time available on the Abaddon. And right now you can get a good Fiend Script. Actually, Fiend Script was already used in the process. Kotaro's going to get jumped. Does have his Aegis, but no BKB after he comes back alive. Buyback from the Abaddon to rejoin the fight. The ESL actually cancels his ult. There's going to be the ulti. Yuma, Wraith King, first life will be gone. Actually, Kotaro does get the TP away. Yes, he does. The Luna escapes. The rest of the team should just focus on falling back. Kachu probably going to be able to get finished off here for the dieback to be successful. Frank smacked by Yuma. And Kachu's just going to get chased slowly but surely, should be taken out of the world. Actually, I'm saying slowly, but with a big, fat, juicy Yuma crit, it's not that slow. And now he's got the BKB done as well.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Blessings upon a loyal
Yuma is
warrior.
very scary. Insanely scary. Mirana's gonna get gone on here though by the Spirit Breaker. Kill gonna go to this Grimstroke. The Wraith King is there as well, and he is gonna get super punished for that. Not just punished, but super punished. Grimstroke trying to get out there. Is gonna be able to, or is he? This puck is
They see
still
the courier.
sort of chasing.
They know where he is because the courier was chasing after Kotaro, and now he's gonna get jumped. Pops the BKB. Vitali is rolling through, but with the Mars joining in, there is a reincarnation available on the Wraith King. Soulbind has ended. Smack onto Kotaro. Big crit as well. Yuma going in with the BKB. The Luna is out of the running, turning his attention towards Frank. Frank the tank will try and stay alive in the process. Vitally looking for Kim. Kim will not be able to disengage, and Frank the tank is pretty much stuck. Has a blink in a second, still being chased by a singular skeleton. They don't want to dive the tier 2 considering there's still a tier 1 top.
That was a very, very deep dive, but understandable. An understandable one. Luna did die there. Very, very bad for Lava. Wraith King having a really, really good game right now. Still top of net worth, and he's going 7-0-5 actually KDA. So that's really, really good.
Leostel charging to disengage. Wraith King is a lot easier to play than a Morphling, so I mean Wraith King probably is arguably the strongest core in this patch, especially in pro match, because I think the stupid hero wins every game. Like he blinks in, one shot supports like it's nothing. Yeah, okay, it's a PA, but it's actually tanky. Good to know.
I think it's great. I especially love the kicking animation that he does as well. You know, he hits and then sometimes he kicks you right in the face, and that is very satisfying when you're playing him. You're playing against him, a little bit less satisfying, not gonna lie.
He's building up the Ice Cardi against... it's not the most healing that they have, but there's definitely a little bit of life steal, especially later down the line. But just adding a lot of stats on the Wraith King is always going to be a plus. Plus, being able to slow down the Luna while she tries to run away. Speaking of the Luna, she's actually building into a Silver Edge this game, which is not an item you see too often on the hero. Then again, you don't see, you know, too many Lunas these days. Kachu getting spotted out, the Abaddon. I mean, they really want to just kill off Kachu, because that means every Fiend script that they pretty much use, you have to physically interrupt it. Instead of just getting a shield going. The Pain is actually useful now.
Abba, very, very dead. Ult pops, and then the Wraith King is just still standing around there, waiting till the ult is down and just kicking you in the face. Has a double damage as well. It's going to be able to do quite a bit of damage here to this middle tower. Went for his cleave talent as well a little bit earlier, level 20, so he's able to clear waves. He is, how is Lava gonna turn this around?
That is indeed a very good question. It is definitely possible. It's not like they're completely done and dusted. Their team fight is pretty remarkable, but the only way that the way that they previously played, where they got some nice pickoffs, that's the way that they can get it done. They need to find the Pangolier at the start of the fight. Moran is always a nice kill as well, but if you find the Vitally kill, that would be a big turn around. Frank, no BKB just yet. Dream Coil comes out. Frank the tank is not so tanky, and that is going to be Frank the feeder instead.
Woo, that's harsh.
Oh, his name is literally Frank Feeder.
Wait, is it? Oh.
It says Frank, and then some Chinese, and then Feeder.
Okay. It sounded very harsh, that is all.
I'm not that toxic when I'm casting all the time.
I was gonna say, yeah, right now. Let's not get into that. In any case, this Spirit Breaker is Gonna gonna take those ancients right out of the hands of this Luna. And Puck meanwhile trying to protect the high ground here.
Yeah, Yuma comes running in. Catch you. Borrow time's about to end. Yuma crit. Boom. That's a nice double. Charge comes through, but it gets easily dodged by Soothes. Spear comes back. Yuma in not the best position in the world, but it's taking them a very long time to kill him. Soothes has a Dream Coil available as well. Gets a 2-man catch. Yuma trying to go for the right click fights here. Fiend's Grip. Boom! Mars thought the BKB would save him. He is very severely wrong because the moment that Yuma finally gets to hit you, you die.
Bitbreaker. Going for this Bane. Gonna be able to get him there as well. Doing a lot of damage, but gets stunned here by this Pango ult. Wraith King is also still there. He also still has his ultimate, so he's gonna go down here for the first time. But he might be able to actually get this Luna here. Luna going invisible. Meanwhile, gets detected here though.
Crit! Crit! Hit! Hit! Smack him! Smack him! The save coming out from Kachu. They are very far forward on the side of Hokori, so they're just trying to disengage. Currently, Vitality, Blink to the side. Neostal a little bit too far away. They will find El Misho. But El Misho will be just adding another tally to his death marker.
Yeah, they hung around a little bit too long there, it seems. A little bit too brave.
Oh, charge onto Soothes, but Frank jumped in and took a little bit too long to show his stun coming through. So if they timed it, like if he waited a half a second later, they could have stunned him and then got the stun lock going, but they kind of cucked up. Speaking of which, Dream Coil comes out. The Bara will be able to run out of it scot-free thanks to the status resistance. Soothes being charged up. The silence is there as well. Kim locking him down on the side. But the Rolling Thunder from Vitally coming through to save the puck. Make sure the stun lock is completely gone in the process. And they're actually trying to turn this one around. With Yuma still having the blink available. Come here, Leostal. The stun comes out. Leostal, no bulldoze just yet, but does have a charge. Can he get away? No, he cannot. Yuma's going absolutely nutty. Level 25. Roshan has just respawned. Get that Aegis, get the shard, and it looks like Hokori in game 2 have gotten rid of those jitters of the first game. Especially considering Vitally started off so terribly, and right now 6-4 and 12, and even ahead of Leostal.
The way they are turning this around is absolutely great to see, turning around this game too. Wraith King seems to be a little bit too far ahead for Lava to deal with. Seems like he's just too far ahead right now, especially with that Aegis coming in as well. What's he gonna do with the shard? Do you think he's gonna keep it for his reincarnation no mana cost, or do you think he's gonna give it away?
Nah, should give it away. There's no mana drain on the enemy team. He's got the highest carry, so he's got a massive mana pool. There's no real reason to have it. I mean, you summon a couple of skellies when you die, but you'd rather give it to the puck who pushes people away, or give it to the Mirana for an extra leap, or... yeah, honestly, either of the other two is decent. I would assume he's saving it for the puck, because considering he's standing right next to the Pango.
Definitely seems that way. More likely than him forgetting about it, I assume.
And it reveals Invis. I always forget about that little factor. Yuma is going to get caught, but he has 3 lives. It's going to take quite some time. Catch you, Rolling Thunder, lock down, take care of the Abaddon. Yes, indeed, he dies soulbind onto 2. Yuma's going to lose his second life. Will be coming back alive. Has the BKB available this time around, though. But he blinks before he can get caught. With a buyback from Kachu, they'll disengage on Hokori's side. Actually, there was a charge coming in, but it got cancelled.
Didn't quite go like they wanted it to go, it seems. Really wanted to get some objectives there, some tasty objectives, but had to get out with this Wraith King just losing all his extra lives there.
Now, luckily in 20 seconds, he's got one of them back, and he's going for the AC extra armor reduction on the enemy, plus attack speed for him and his team, which is always nice. Overwhelming Blink being built up on Vitally. You know, it's an item. It's a nice addition. He just wants to get the stun lock going, which is primarily his focus this game with the Rolling Thunder Yules. I do want to see him go for the like the upgraded Yules. Yeah, the Wind Waker that we saw the last time. That was pretty cool.
That was really nice. That interaction is really great, actually, on Fango.
Oh, the Dream Coil soothes, catches Leo style while he tries to charge away, and that is big. That is 75 seconds, no bara, because he doesn't have a buyback available. Man's not fast enough. In comes Yuma, going for Kotaro. Give him the old smack-a-doodle. Blown out of existence. Catch you. No border time available anymore. And there's the damage. There is the control. There's the Yuma.
Only Mars left alive now, and now they can really go and push. No buybacks either on the side of Lava. It seems like they really did not expect this to happen like this. Skeletons all popped. And they're going to go for the finish here. They're going to go for the tier 4s. And GG's called. That's it.
That is Lava losing game number 2 after Wraith King went completely ham. And to be fair, Sooths played a phenomenal game on the puck. Had a little bit of a struggle in the early game, but did recover magnificently. And same for the Pango, his stun lock was on point. The laning stage is definitely something that was not looking too superb. For the most part, between these, well, for the Hokori side, both games, they started to struggle significantly, but they did recuperate the second time around. And Yuma 13-0-11, definitely a solid scoreline as well. And, well, that actually does mean that there's still plenty of chances in the Bitsler Cup for the teams to advance on. However, I think Noping still has a chance as well, so it's not completely set in stone. I think Hokori have advanced on, though, so I think it's between Lava and Noping, but I'm not entirely sure just yet.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, good game 2. Definitely a better game to watch than the game 1 that we forget about. Yeah, a really good performance, really solid from Hokori. Managed to just turn it around. That Wraith King just going out of control, we said before as well. 13-0-11. Absolutely unstoppable. This Luna really had a good attempt. She really tried her best, but just really couldn't keep up. Just got caught off guard a few times too many. Leo style Spirit Breaker, I really did like to see that a lot. I think that he had some really, really good plays. But in the end, like at the end of the day, this Wraith King was just way, way too strong. And just supported by a very solid lineup, a very solid team, giving Hokori that convincing victory in game 2.
Actually, I do have to mention one very important fact. Because Balrogs forfeited their games today, that means Lava got a default 2-0 win. Hokori got themselves one game, tied up, so they got a game win. I think Hokori and Lava are now guaranteed to advance on towards the playoffs, and Noping have been eliminated. Noping only have a game against Salchipapa left to play. That one I don't know exactly when that's going to be played, but that is a game for nothing because both teams have been eliminated. And Lava is still versus Infamous to be played, and I think that is just primarily about seeding for the two teams. But yeah, that of course does mean that the top 4, the playoff teams have been already decided. It is going to be Infamous, Apple King of Kings, Hokori, and Lava, the 4 teams to advance on. There will not be another game coming up afterwards because, of course, the Balrogs forfeited their last game in the Bitsler Cup tournament. But there will be some more Dota to witness. In a couple of days, we'll have the last 2 matches to be played. Noping versus Salchipapa and Lava versus Infamous. I think it's on the 27th. It's not 100% guaranteed just yet, but the playoffs will be immediately afterwards. So don't forget to stay tuned on the Epulze Gaming channel. Hopefully you enjoyed the show. Thank you very much for joining me, Sparks. Thank you very much, chat, for being here. Have a wonderful day, have a wonderful evening, and in case we don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.